afternoon. I'm Kirsten Neese. I'm here in the Caroline model in Chickahominy Falls in the Westwoods neighborhood. I have with me Erin Hungerford. Hi, Erin.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us. Erin is with Long & Foster Real Estate, and she is our concierge realtor here in Chickahominy Falls and helps us help you put your home on the market and sell it faster and for more money and with great ease. She's a true professional. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you.
So we wanted to bring Erin in today to talk to you a little bit about the current market conditions for people that need to sell their home. We find that many of you that are looking to buy our homes have a home to sell. And so Erin is a great resource for us. And can you tell us a little bit about what you're seeing in today's market here in Central Virginia?
Absolutely. Towards the end of last year, we saw a little bit of a slowdown. People were just not sure and a little uncertain of what was going to happen. But come mid-December of last year, we started seeing things pick up a little bit. The rates have dropped a little and people are out there looking, and there's a ton of pent-up demand that people want to make that move, whether they're upsizing or downsizing. Right now would be a great time if you're thinking about making that move because of the supply and demand.
Yeah, so there's just such a limited supply for the resales.
Yes,
everything
we're seeing just the inventory of what buyers have to choose from in today's market is very similar to what we saw last year.
And so let's talk a little bit about that. Like, who is buying these houses? So we, our 55 plus buyer, they're in their mid to late 50s, early 60s. They probably lived in their home 10 or 15 years. They're in a great school district neighborhood, those kinds of things. These young families, right?
Yes, we have first-time buyers and we have move-up buyers, and they're just having a real hard time finding a home.
Yeah, and they're not hindered by the interest rate change. Their life is happening for them, and they need that bigger house.
Absolutely. And also what we're seeing is people have been on the fence because they're like, oh, maybe I'll wait a year or two until the market changes or the prices come down. So some people who waited 2 years are now going, oh my gosh, I wish I bought 2 years ago, because the prices keep going up. And last year alone, we saw about a 10% appreciation rate in the greater Richmond area. So it just tells you prices aren't coming down. So if you're looking to make that move, there's really no reason to wait.
Yeah, and so that's great information for our sellers of their existing home coming into one of our neighborhoods, because they probably have so much equity in their house. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so most sellers that we work with have no idea what their home is even worth, because they might have been in it for 20 years and they really just don't know how to even get started. And so that's where we come in, just to have that initial appointment to go through your home, what we need to do, what can we do to make it easy for you to get your home sold. So we'll start with that initial consultation and kind of just go through so we can figure out what improvements they may want to do, or maybe they don't need to make any improvements at all. There's just lots of different things that we can do. We always try to come up with a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C, so they can kind of choose from what would make things
the best sense for them. Yeah, absolutely. And so that's great, because then they have a number from you early on in the process, like, oh, I think I could get this for my house. I mean, and you're seeing multiple offers on resales right now.
Yeah, in some cases, depending on price, location, and condition, the multiple offers have started in some pockets of the area. So I don't think, based on supply and demand, and the demand is definitely there, that is going to change. And one thing about this year is that if you don't get your home sold and on the market before the end of August, we're going into an election year, and this is not something that has just happened this one time. It happens every cycle.
Yep,
so
every 4 years.
if you're thinking about making a move in the next 12 months, now would be the time just to have the conversation of, how much is my home worth? How do I make the move from the home I've been in for 20 years to my next stop?
And you're saying to do it before August, because that's when things get a little haywire and people start to get nervous with who's going to be elected and make maybe put some brakes on as far as what they're thinking about. And I'd say another, thing we're seeing on our side is we've sold 5 houses this month in January.
That just goes to show you the demand.
Here in Chickahominy Falls, and we're selling in our other neighborhoods too. And that just means, people are moving in, but that means that we're having fewer and fewer lots available. And the houses we're selling today, people are looking at closing dates this summer. So, that the spring selling season is perfect right now.
Absolutely. And it's really just getting started today so you can come up with a plan of how much your home is worth, so you know how much you have to put in your next home. And especially in some cases where we're seeing multiple offers, a lot of people are looking towards new construction because they can move in a home, they don't have to do anything.
Right.
They can not worry about making a renovation. And if they are getting a mortgage, they can just roll it all into one versus having to pull money out to do a renovation or whatever they would want to upgrade.
Yeah, so anybody that's in the resale market, for sure. So Erin, I really wanted to kind of recap. We've talked a lot about everything, and if we were to kind of tell people the 3 things, it would be, the spring market is knocking.
Right. The spring market has sprung. So if you're thinking about making that move, you really want to give us a call so we can come in and put a plan together to make things easy for you during this process. Because I don't see anything changing with the market the way things are going. And if you're going to make that move, I would do it now.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting top dollar, you're seeing multiple offers in some markets, you're, there's pent up demand. There's
Absolutely.
tons of equity out there on the table in these homes for existing home buyers. Because even with just 10% in last year,
That was just last year's negotiation.
Yeah. So,
prices aren't coming down.
Prices aren't coming down, and life happens, and young families have to move, and they want the good school districts, and they want, the right neighborhoods, just as our buyers want to live in our neighborhoods for all the reasons that we offer. So
absolutely.
Well, you have been so helpful today. It's been great to have you on, and we appreciate your expertise. And if anybody is looking to make a move in the Richmond market, Erin is wonderful. She and her team, the Erin Hungerford team, do a great job for us here at Chickahominy Falls, and they're a great resource, super professional, and please give her a call.
Thanks so much.
Have a great afternoon.